And then here were the keywords that were the most popular in the paid search campaign. So the dealership name went bounced 15%. Nissan Altima, that keyword drove 218 clicks, paid clicks. That bounced 35%. Used Nissan 31%. Okay. ABC Nissan looks like a competitor. You get the idea. Phoenix Nissan. Oh, hold on. This is bouncing 18%. This is awful low. This is great. Are we maximizing that geo opportunity? This keyword could be in a campaign that gets clicked out, meaning it runs out of money. Wouldn't it be a shame if you had a keyword that was really keeping people on site? How many, let me see, time on site, 5 minutes? Man, I like that. I like it. You know, as a tool, analytics can give you, let's just say, everyday tools to start looking at your paid search. Under traffic sources, this is a fun one. I highlighted the green box, and don't worry about the numbers that you can't see them. Once we go live with someone's account, they'll print, like when you take the PDF and print it, it'll be a little easier. But that green box will be completely unusable unless you connect Webmaster Tools. Now, you may never have seen Webmaster Tools, and do you have your Webmaster Tools connected? Great. So there's 3 products that are free that everyone really, should be using with Webmaster Tools. And even though it sounds intimidating, well, Brian, isn't that for the guy who runs your website? Not really. If you're an internet or e-commerce person or head of marketing, it will show you some really valuable things. Maybe in session 2, we'll look at your Webmaster Tools. It will tell you if your website is getting penalized by Google for duplicate SEO tags. It will show you broken pages, why are you having a lot of broken pages on your website. It'll also show you top keywords and how your website is positioned. Cool stuff. Of course, Google Analytics, you know about. And yesterday, Anita mentioned Google Insights for Search. And Google Insights for Search is just another tool to help you research keywords for targeting. But this one, all traffic tells me Google, Direct, Bing, Yahoo, iPhone, Comcast. And this is the quick guide of where my traffic's coming from. Referrals is another important report. That's people who clicked on a link off-site and went directly to your website. They didn't use the search engine, right? So your blog, link. AutoTrader, link. Cars.com, link. Car Soup if you're in Minnesota or whatever, link. So referrals means they came directly, online business directory, okay? That's referrals. This is the new social, down here, all of these social search choices. And this particular dealer had 15 people from Facebook and 8 people from Tumblr and 6 from Google Plus and 1 from Yelp, and how much time they spent on site. And one person from Yelp stayed 10 minutes on the site. They visited 9 pages. I don't know if they fell asleep or something. They did something. So I want to do, when we think, oh, go ahead.
Is there a way to filter out like the salespeople at the store, your own visits? Like you write a blog, you go to your website, you're there for 10 minutes.
Yeah. So if you have an IP block for, an IP address for your internet, yes, you can do that.
Do you recommend that?
Typically, it's going to be, wouldn't be very unique visitors all coming from the same.
Well, it depends on how you use. If your dealership is iPad, really using a lot of iPads, whether you have a mobile CRM, tool, but you're seeing a lot more of people going out with a customer on the lot, and they're having their inventory, and they're, well, now that car is, let me see what else I have. So it may be a few hundred, but, again, at the same time, if you wanted some clean data, why not, right? So 3 basic questions. we did this yesterday, and I want to just get some, what would you say the number is for your marketplace? What percent?
95 to 98%.
Okay, so 95% of the people before they purchase, they're doing some research on the internet, okay?
When we actually do a marketing survey and we sign them up, we'll find even if they say they did directly come from the internet, they used another user in the process. So, because we have a Honda store or say stores that are these kind of older generation that have used it for years, and they all say, well, you know, I'm a repeat customer, but my grandson.
He researched, he checked, I got permission from my grandson to buy this $100,000 Mercedes car last night. So I bring this up because it's not, I don't know if it's 95%. That seems high for some markets. But I do travel around the country, and what PCG does as a organization, it goes into a dealership, looks at their budget, looks at their processes, and tries to get everyone on the same page and really make those budgets efficient. And I have conversations all the time, well, Brian, this isn't an internet market. I'm like, yeah, what planet are we on here? Black hole? Like, no, Brian, this is a newspaper market. Newspaper. People really read the newspaper, man. Newspaper, gotta be a newspaper, gotta be a newspaper. I'm like, all right, what percentage? And I hear old numbers, you know, well, you know, no more than 60% of the people buy cars use that internet thing. Anytime the thing is put on something digital, we know we have problems using it. So that internet thing, that BDC thing, that third-party lead thing, you know, so they haven't bought in. So, so we could say 70 or 80, you know, let's just say it's 80%, whatever the number is. If that's the case, then it's really important that we understand what's working, what's not working. And then when, for those of you who weren't in my class yesterday, you can answer this. When people come to your website, what's their primary function?
Inventory.
Inventory, right? Okay, we all agree? That's the primary function. So would you agree then that our digital marketing investments should expose our inventory to in-market consumers as much as possible, right? Okay. So how do we do that? How do we expose our inventory to in-market consumers as much as possible? How do we do it? What are our choices as a dealer?
With AutoTraderCars.com, your own dealership website, your search engine marketing.
Right, so the top third-party portals and trying to get as much traffic to our own website. And if that's the case, then if most people are researching online, then getting our inventory VDP views up should correlate to more in-store traffic, more phone ups, more internet leads. We're clear? So one of the things that I'd like to challenge our industry is to be more VDP focused. More VDP focused. And you'll see today is that even Google Analytics provides some heat mapping tools to help get that traffic to your homepage into VDPs faster. This is really should be our overall goal. There's some seats that, oh, good, yeah. So here's one of the things under content. Under content, and again, I promise we'll jump on and do some live, and then in the second session, we're going to get really in the weeds and play around. But under content, you asked the question, what are they doing on my site and where are they leaving? Okay, so you can see all pages, content drill down, landing pages, exit pages. What's the most popular page they're getting out of Dodge from? Is that a page in the sales funnel process that I'm screwing up? For example, we don't do shopping carts, but anybody in special finance, you go after people with bad credit, any of those folks? So you know the trick is the first part of that application has to be really short. But if you took if you do buy here, pay here, or you do specialty finance, you want that, we'll get you in a car. So it's like name, phone number, you know, like color of your dog or something like that. They're feeling comfortable putting that in. That could be what Google calls the first part of your sales funnel. Once they fill that out, great, can you tell us a little bit more? And maybe ask a few more. And then, great, you know, we got them, but this, you could help us. And sometimes people break that. So that whole sales funnel could be stepped. And you can test little incentives or videos or clips or color design to make sure that people complete all 3 steps, okay? So exit pages could be, man, they're just, after that page 2, man, they're just flying the coop. The sales funnel's broken. What can we do to change it? So look at this one. This is all pages ranked in popularity. The home page in this index was 7,800, and then a series of pages. One of the cool things is when you click on content drill down, look at that. How many have said, I've never clicked on content drill down? I've never clicked on content drill down. Of course you have. Why would you do that? But look what it tells you. In that month, all of my marketing efforts, my $50,000 budget, my $100,000 budget, got basically 28,000 VDP views. Okay?
What does VDP stand for?
A vehicle detail page. Now, you may say, well, Brian, how the hell did you figure that out? Well, this particular website design, this manufacturer, that is the root branch of where all the cars are shown. So basically,
This only work then if you have a vendor that actually has a directory structure that follows normal naming processes.
yeah, so most vendors today do. So I want to show you how to set a goal to count how many new car pages, how many used car pages, and then if you care for your top 3 or 4 brands, how many Ford VDPs are being viewed, how many Chevy, okay, right? Why does that help? It starts to help because maybe your website provider doesn't provide that level of insights. If I'm a business owner, I'm spending $50,000, $75,000 a month to drive traffic to my website. Don't I want to see where the local market interest is? Does it make sense? So if you're not getting it from your website provider, Google Analytics can actually help you. The reason why I bring this up is because this particular dealer has about the same number of VDP views for their cars on AutoTrader. Okay, so in a particular month, they had about 30,000 VDP views. There it was, detailed page viewed their inventory. So you could see, and I made this statement yesterday, and I'm not an AutoTrader or Cars.com salesman. But my challenge yesterday was, why are you firing and hiring Cars.com or AutoTrader on, has anybody fired and hired AutoTrader back fired? And yeah, of course you have. You know how that goes, right? Gotta cut costs. That AutoTrader rep hasn't been in for a while, let's just fire him. And then when the used car manager finds out you fired AutoTrader, comes in the office, what are you trying to do? Mess up my pay plan? You're sabotaging my success. Right? Does that ever happen? And you hire a mega, and you're saying, but Brian, I can't really see the impact. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But I will tell you this, one of the arguments, if you are a believer in online classifieds, and I am, if your boss wants to fire them, get your VDP report from Trader Cars. Okay, so this was 1 month. Okay, so let's just say that this costs $5 grand. Okay, $5 grand, probably a nice number for AutoTrader in this market. And say, boss, you're spending $5 grand and 30,000 times the cars were viewed by people, the whole detailed page. And you're spending $100,000 on the marketing, and our website is only getting 30,000 VDPs. We get this right, boss. We know that we want our cars to be viewed by in-market shoppers as much as possible. AutoTrader's costing us $5,000, but I can look right at my website. I don't care what you're thinking, but this is the VDP views we're getting. Understand? We can start using data to try to balance out where our marketing dollars should be spent. This is a really cool thing. Has anybody played with this? This is the in-page analytics to see where people are clicking on your website. Okay, this is really cool. Now, for some platforms, Google Analytics heat maps don't work, and I'll give you an alternative. I know that on some flash-based sites, the heat maps get messed up. But what this is it shows you in those little orange boxes the percentage of people who clicked on that one function. Isn't that cool?
And this is getting a little bit deep, but some of those only work based on the meaning if the trading appraisal link at the bottom is the same as the trading appraisal link at the top, it's going to show the same percentage because the link was the same.
Right, but
So it doesn't show where they clicked, it just shows what page they ended up on based on where that link is on that thing.
well,
Right?
that's why I'm going to show you the Crazy Egg tool, which is a true heat map tool. Okay? But here's the situation. If our goal, and this is really important, if one of the takeaways you took away from analytics, and you probably weren't even expecting to be talking about design, if the primary function is to get people into viewing our new and used car inventory, can you understand how cool it could be if you think that your website design is hiding, in order to get to the newer used cars, they have to drop down, and you say, that doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm not a graphics designer, but why wouldn't we have like new, used, like big buttons? Do it before and after. Go in, take a screenshot of this, right? And then put some buttons, bigger buttons, and say, am I driving more of my homepage visitors to click on new and used cars? That's our primary goal. So, honestly, when was the last time you had a conversation with your website provider based on heat map or click map traffic? One of you, two of you, 3, 4 of you, right? Less than 10% of you. But yet, our website is our primary e-commerce tool. Wouldn't it be a cool thing if you had some other friends in your 20 group and you all compared the homepage designs? Wouldn't that be a cool 20 group project? Send out an email and say, guys, let's all go into analytics, go into in-page, print, let's take a look at your design and what percentage of people are clicking, and maybe, what?
Do we have all 20 of us have access to each other's analytics?
Right. So what your goal is to figure out, if you think about Google as a search engine box, how stupid of a design it is. Think about it, blank page of the box. Busiest e-commerce site. Are our sites too busy? Right? Are we trying to do too much? Have you ever visited a dealer site and it looks like an old newspaper ad? Right? Whoa. What has Apple really showed us? Elegance and design. Almost like an Italian, when you look at some Italian, like Italian men when they dress up in Italy, they're sharp, just put together just perfectly. A lot of the Italian luxury brands, just something fine about style. So are we trying really to accomplish too much? This Crazy Egg tool is a cool tool, and this should be live here. Let's see if the internet's working. Play a little video. Let's see if we have an audio back here. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if that works.
Okay, so look, the big problem that keeps small web businesses, well, small, is that they don't know why their visitors aren't converting. Sure, your web analytics tool will give you loads of information about what happens with your visitors, but it doesn't give you any clues about why all those visitors leave your site without subscribing, without buying, without calling. Sorry, Google Analytics. But see, that's where most businesses just get stuck, and they stay stuck. It's a shame, really. And it's all because you can't make big improvements to your site's conversion rate until you know why your visitors are leaving, until you know where on your pages they're getting frustrated. But you know what? It doesn't have to be that way. And that's exactly why we built Crazy Egg. So you can see the elements on your pages that are causing visitors to hit the back button. But once you see all the stuff that's broken, you can fix it. and more of your visitors start buying now, opting in and calling up. Okay, so what do you get when you use Crazy Ad? A heat map tool to see the places where people click on your pages, so you can keep the things they like and change the things they don't. Is your most persuasive information positioned near the bottom of a page? The scroll map shows how far down people